Hey everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk about what the hardest thing or things has been about dealing with IIH. So let's roll the intro. Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ashley Stewart. So 2018 was actually a pretty hard year for me, but it was also a pretty good year too. So I completed my bachelor's degree in biochemistry, but at the same time, I was also diagnosed with a rare condition called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, or IIH. Some of you may also know this by its older name called pseudotumor cerebri. So, if you're curious to learn more about what it's like to live with this rare condition, then I encourage you to watch on. Don't forget to subscribe, and I upload new content every Monday and Thursday afternoon. So, a little bit of a sadder video today, I guess, but I want to talk about this because as I'm filming this video, if you watched my video on Monday, you'll be aware that I've been dealing with a flare up when I've been filming this video. Hopefully I'm done with that flare up by now when I'm publishing this video. If not, hopefully I've been to see somebody at this point. Number one, the hardest thing, or one of the hardest things for me to deal with, is just the sheer unpredictability of when my symptoms are gonna flare up. Sometimes you just end up with a headache that is one of the worst that you've ever had, and you just have no idea why. Or sometimes you end up with a headache that's one of the worst that you've ever had. You find out why, but it still ends up getting worse, and you have no idea why it's still so bad. It's so hard. I know my parents are like all the time, well, why is it so bad all of a sudden? And to be honest, I have to go, I have no idea, because I really don't. I really wish I knew the answer to that too, because my answer is I have no idea also. And it's the unpredictability to me that is so difficult. And like, if you could plan everything so that, oh, well, I know I'm gonna have a headache from here to here, so I know not to schedule anything from this time to this time, and I know that I'm not going to be feeling well on this day, and at this time, and at this time, life would be pretty easy. So I think the hardest thing for me is the unpredictability of the symptoms. I really do. I think the second hardest thing for me is just the sheer amount of pain that comes from the pressure that comes from the headache when the head is hurting so bad. Right now, to be honest, when I'm sitting up, it's actually not that bad. But I know when I was reclining a little bit earlier, it was pretty bad. I do have a little bit of pulsing in my ear with the earphone in, and it's kind of driving me crazy. And I don't know what's worse, if it's the pressure in the head right here, or if it's the pressure around the eyes right here. I don't know. Somebody wants to weigh in the comments down below and let me know what they think is the worst. I would love to hear your suggestions, because it's pretty close for me. And I actually think for me this last time, it was the pressure right in here this time that was the worst for me. But it was pretty close. The third worst thing, though, that has been the hardest part is one that I've actually mentioned before, and that was the missing out kind of on experiencing life in your early 20s. I know that some people are diagnosed a little bit later on, some people are diagnosed a little bit earlier. So depending on what you've experienced, like I said. So I was diagnosed at technically 24 because I had just had my 24th birthday, but I was actually sick at 23. So being sick at in my early 20s has been quite difficult. I haven't gotten to experience, you know, a lot of some of the things that come along with being in your early 20s. And being that I was so focused on my academics, especially because I wanted to go into such a heavy sciences program, that I didn't really go out and do a whole bunch. Even while I was in school. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. If there's anything that you guys would like to add in the comments down below, feel free to leave a comment down below. And as for now, that's it for today. Bye, everyone.